So I want to pose the argument that Tua would be best served by returning to college for another year.
Go for it. You have the floor.
I feel like if he comes out this year, which is more than likely, what he's looking at now is being drafted at best at the end of the first round, regardless of any other thing he could do for himself.
Right.
If he goes back and he returns to the form that he was in before the injury, in all likelihood, he would carry, obviously, one of the best recruited and best teams in the nation back to the playoff at the very least, and most likely a championship.
I hear you, Nathan, and thanks for the call. I need to hit a break. I wanted to sneak you in because this is part of the conversation. Matt Ryan's going to be joining us shortly. Let me just say this. Kid doesn't earn a dime in the SEC. None. Zero. He's now coming out of a hospital with the same injury that Bo Jackson had, a freak injury on a football field, and we can only hope that technology and medicine is even better than back what happened with Bo, and he's going to be as successful in the professional ranks as we hope. And the making name, likeness, image money isn't around the corner for next year. He should have, that's his last snap for Alabama. Done. And you could say maybe he should go back to college so he can be a top 5 pick and make all that coin in the NFL. Let me ask you a question, Chris Brockman.
Yes, sir.
How is Lamar Jackson faring as the 32nd overall pick in the NFL draft?
I would say he's the MVP.
Okay.
1 or 2 favorites right now.
And at some point, if he continues on this trajectory, how's his second contract going to look?
I think it's going to be the biggest ever.
Okay. Now then, also, part of the reason why he's so successful is the Ravens took him.
Right team.
Let's say Tua stays in the draft this year. Who might be drafting 32nd overall, Chris Brockman? Who would you hope to be drafting 32nd overall this year, Chris Brockman?
The New England Patriots.
And who has potentially a quarterback spot opening up in a year or 2 or 3?
Bill Belichick and company.
Let me ask you a question, Chris Brockman.
Yes,
who
sir?
could be drafting 31st or 32nd in the NFL based on what we saw in the NFC last year, despite having one of the most egregious penalties not called against them? Who might be drafting 31st or 32nd overall in this year's draft?
New Orleans Saints.
And whose head coach is one of the best in terms of offense, in terms of connecting himself with a quarterback? Who's that?
That'd be Sean Payton.
Okay, who might be in need of Tua because their first ballot Hall of Fame quarterback is in his 40s?
Saints.
Okay. This may be the darkest point before Tua's dawn. And this is going to be the conversation I think we'll have between January at the Combine. How's he looking? And then he's going to have to make a decision whether he's basically using right now till the deadline. We have to make a decision mid-January to see what he's going to feel like and what his prognosis is. And then the medical, it's going to be all about Tua. But right now, with Tua out, I guess, what do? You blow for Burrow? Is that what it is right now?
January 14th is a deadline.
Okay. You blow for Burrow or you, I don't know what, you sherbet for Herbert? I don't know. Bring the Herbert to Sherbert? I don't know. That's just there's no flow.
Let's just stick to blow for Burrow.
Blow for Burrow.
For more of The Rich Eisen Show, tune to Audience Channel 239 on DirecTV for free on BR Live or download the Rich Eisen Show app.